Hello Excel friends. Today we are diving into one of the most useful decision-making tools in Excel, the if function. Whether you are grading students, tracking sales, or flagging performance, this function helps you to make quick, logic-based decisions directly in your spreadsheet. Are you still manually labeling things like yes or no, pass or fail? It's time to stop the guessing and start using one of the most powerful Excel formulas, the if function. Let's learn how to automate decision in Excel and saves hours every week. What is the if function? The if function helps you make decision based on a logic. It checks whether a condition is true or false and then returns a result based on that. The syntax is as follows. It shows the logical test is a scenario you're telling Excel to make a decision on and return the value if the scenario is true, and similarly the scenario is false, you will tell the Excel what value to return. For example, the if formula, if you are working on a cell column A, specifically A2 cell value is greater than 70, then if this is true, return value pass. If this is false, return value fail. If the value in A2 is more than 70, Excel return pass, otherwise fail. Let's imagine you're a teacher managing students' grades. You have a list of students with their final exam scores. You want to label each one as passed or failed based on a passing score of 60. This is the Excel file. It has list of students' name and their scores. Based on these scores, you need to list students as pass or fail. So over here you can see anybody who has 60 or above score is pass. So instead of typing it manually, what you can do, you can use if statement. So for that you need to type equal to and then type if bracket start, and then you need to select this D3 cell because on the basis of this score we will decide whether the student is pass or fail. So anybody who has a score equal to or above than 60 will be considered as pass. Otherwise, if it's not meeting this condition, we can tell Excel that you can return the value as fail. And then close the bracket, and you will see that because this student has a 34 score, that is why it is fail. If you copy this formula down, you will see this student as pass because it has 63 score. Similarly, this student is fail because it has 27 score, which is less than 60. Let's consider another scenario. Say you are managing a sale team and tracking if a salesperson hit their monthly target or not. For them to be meeting the target, their sales should be equal or more than 8,000. Let's look at an Excel file and see how we can make an if statement based off this scenario. This is the Excel file. It has list of all the salesperson and number of units each one of them have sold. Based on these sold units, you need to mark as target met or not met. Instead of typing manually, say Isabel has 7260 units sold, which is under 8,000, it means the target is not met. Similarly, if we look at this, the second Abigail, she has 8431 units sold, it means target met. So instead of doing it manually, we can use if statement. For that, we need to type if and then select this cell C3 because on the basis of these number of units we are going to make a decision. So anything which is greater than equal to 8,000 should be considered as met. So met is if the value is true, and then comma we have to type give the value if it is not true, that is not met, and then inverted comma and then close the bracket and press enter. Done. You have automated your decision making. So you can see this, the first one is not met, and then if you drag the formula down, it will copy the formula. So this is met because it has more than 8,000. This is not met because it has less than 8,000. You can use other true values like yes or no, improvements needed based on your scenarios. Lastly, we will look at the more complicated if function that is called nested if function. We use nested if function if we want to categorize results into more than two groups and to return multiple outcomes. To demonstrate the nested if function, we can refer the same scenario of you being a teacher and trying to categorize students on pass and fail category based on the scores. Now we want to allocate grades to the students based on the scores. Instead of manually typing or allotting grades, we can use nested if function. For that, we need to type equal to, then if, and then we need to give the first scenario by selecting this cell, and if any of the student's score is greater than equal to, we need to tell Excel to allot them A grade. Then the second scenario, if again we need to select D3 and then say anything equal to greater than 80, it should be B. Then the third, if D3 is greater than equal to 70, it should be C. If D3 is greater than equal to 60, then it should be D, otherwise F. So we have given four scenarios, so we will close the brackets 4 times 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then press enter. So you will see that this student has 34 score, that is why it's been allotted F, and if we drag the formula down, we can check the spot, do the spot checking. So anything above 60, between 70 and 60 is D. Anything equal to or above than 70 is C. Anything equal and up to 80 is B. And that's how if function helps you automate decision and save time in Excel. No more manual checking. Let's Excel do the thinking. If this helped you, give it a like, subscribe, and follow Excel Flow Quick Hacks for more smart Excel video. There's a lot you can do with if function. Drop a comment if you want a video on if error or if next. We can also look combining if function with is blank and for more powerful logics.